Well, the big question this morning around the coronavirus is still, when will the country reopen? The governor of Georgia says he wants to have the state open by the end of the week, but President Trump disagrees with that decision. A new model shows a majority of states, including Indiana, shouldn't open until mid to late May. So how do we decide when the right time to reopen is? Well, here in Indiana, Governor Holcomb hasn't given any specific date for when Indiana's gradual reopening will start, but he does say it will likely happen sometime in early May. Now, one of the big things state leaders are looking at is whether Indiana has the testing and contact tracing available to prevent a second surge of cases once we start reopening. Indiana's health commissioner says the state is making strides to meet some of those demands.
From the standpoint of having labs and systems that are ready and willing to do the testing, we have that. So we have the ability to run the test. We need to now make sure we've got the ability to take the test.
As for contact tracing, the state is looking to set up a type of call center to take the burden off of local health departments trying to trace where the virus may have spread. Today, Indianapolis leaders plan to reveal a new testing program aimed at helping communities disproportionately impacted by the virus.
And all this talk about plans to reopen the country brings up another big question. How do Americans feel about their state's stay-at-home order? Well, a new poll from the Associated Press finds 61% believe the restrictions are just about right. About 1 in 4 say they don't go far enough, and 12% say their state's orders go too far.
And this morning, the debate over when to reopen is hitting close to home for an Avon family. Tom Markey's dad, also named Tom, was in the hospital for pneumonia. After he got out, he went back to his nursing home to be in isolation. Then several residents there tested positive for COVID-19, and at the time, Tom was not one of them. Recently, he got sick again. Doctors told his wife the only way she could see him was if it was his final time. Sadly, that time came Monday morning.
Mom went in there, held his hand, and he kind of looked at her and just took a deep breath, and that was it. When it comes knocking on your front door, like he did mine yesterday, it becomes a very real reality.
The family hopes states will take their time in getting back to the life as usual. He understands the toll this has taken on people's lives, but also knows the personal toll it's taken as well.
All right, now let's get you caught up on some of the top national coronavirus stories, starting with the nearly $500 billion COVID-19 relief bill. Lawmakers are expected to vote on that bill today, and the president says he's ready to sign it as soon as it lands on his desk. Most of the money goes to helping small businesses and hospitals and increasing testing. Also today, we'll get a new look at the state of unemployment. Across the country, a record 22 million people have already been laid off nationwide. And here in Indiana, those weekly reports have been among the highest we've seen in our state's history. Plus, a Minnesota representative has also introduced a bill to cancel rent and home mortgage payments. The Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act is what it's called, and it would basically forgive those payments for a full year regardless of income, and it would establish a relief fund for landlords and mortgage holders.
And now to a message of hope from some college students across the country. They're taking a break from their online classes to help seniors during this pandemic. They're shopping for them, the ones that can't make it out themselves to the grocery store. The program, called Leave It to Us, started in Chicago and has spread across the country. Now more than 400 college students have signed up in 25 chapters.
I think it is our time to really get out there and make a difference with the low risk we have, and kind of hopefully inspire others across the country.
The students drive to the grocery stores, then the seniors' homes. They leave them on the porch where they pick up an envelope with money to pay for the products. If you'd like to get involved or even start a chapter, we have a link to the Leave It to Us website. Just go to WTHR.com and look for this story.